Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it says the broadcast has ended.
Can you hear me, Brent?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, it just restarted. Okay, so there we are. There we are again. Captains of industry. Technology working just as it should.
Everything's fine.
To recap, my oldest liked the Minecraft movie more than my youngest, and the movie actually did I would say a really good job of recreating the very first night in Minecraft. Like, for those of you who've not played,
in a hole in the ground.
yeah, it was the horror of being attacked on all sides by zombies and skellies and so forth, and basically it became a horror movie for a time, and periodically would kind of turn into a PG horror movie, but for a 6-year-old, that's still pretty scary, and she was like, I want to go home. So she
Too scary.
yeah,
Too scary.
it was too scary. But for my 11-year-old, it was, a-okay.
You know who directed that, right?
Actually, I don't know who directed the Minecraft movie.
The guy who directed Napoleon Dynamite.
Really? I have not seen Napoleon Dynamite, and I have no idea who directed Napoleon Dynamite.
I can't remember his name, because really that's kind of like the main thing he's done before this.
Okay. So he directed like kind of an indie hit?
Yeah.
20 years ago?
An indie, weird little comedy.
I am having problems.
Yeah, a long time ago. From what I understand, the story is the Minecraft movie was just in like production hell for so long.
Yeah.
Because it went through like the Microsoft purchase of Mojang and all this.
Yeah.
And they had different directors and writers attached and went through so many different revisions. Was it Rob McElhenney from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? He was supposed to direct at one point. But that all fell through.
Okay.
And then it just came down to the fact that the guy did Napoleon Dynamite. He was supposed to do a movie for, I forget which studio, but the movie fell through. And they were like, hey, we've partnered up with, whoever the big studio was on this Minecraft movie they're trying to get off the ground. Do you want to do a presentation for that instead? And he was like, sure.
Okay.
And, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then you say 1.
Who, me?
Yes. I feel like we're in different time zones, perhaps, and I'm trying to figure that out.
All right. Do you want me to say 1 when you say 1?
This is not a bit.
Like right on.
I'm trying to determine lag, because sometimes when I click bouton, it's not working, and I want to know if it's like my internet or the computer or the game or Twitch, because I have like it does seem like we're talking in real time with each other. Is this accurate?
It feels that way, yeah.
Okay, that felt like a little bit more in real time. Okay. So
yeah, I haven't noticed anything.
Okay.
In terms of conversation flow, but
okay.
You gotta do a sync check. You do 3, 2, 1, and then I'll say 1 when you say 1.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
1.
All right, we're in real time. All right, wonderful. Because That's great. It's just the I've actually not experienced server lag in this game before, in terms of like I click a button and it no worky work. Okay, so and there is a little bit of, I think there's like a 3 or 4 second delay with the stream. So
Yeah.
all right. So Minecraft movie was fine. I would have liked it better if I was 10. So there's there's that.
Which is fine.
You know, it's fine.
You know,
I
have stuff for the kids. Whatever.
my daughter's my 11-year-old liked it. My 6-year-old liked parts of it. Like, she even said, like, there were some things I liked and there were some things I didn't like, and I get that. And so the Jack Black was Jack Blacking all over the place. There was
That's what he gets paid to do.
You know, and good for him, but there was so much Jack Blacking. God damn it. I'm a special boy and I'm getting messed up over here.
Come on, zombies. You're on the clock.
Well, I'm gonna get killed.
Look at this with some green stuff.
I'm glad
I'll
everybody,
electroshock you back into health.
like, I'm glad everybody got paid. I mean, I'm assuming these people got paid.
Yeah. Most of them, anyway.
Yeah.
At least the important ones.
There was no popcorn throwing or chicken jockeying during my viewing. My youngest knew more about the movie than I was surprised at how much she knew was about to happen, because she had heard stuff from friends at school / like YouTube. So when they started singing Lava Chicken, she was like, "Oh, it's Lava Chicken." Which I learned I learned about Lava Chicken on NPR. I did. Yes. It is a 30-second song that is like on the Billboard Top 100 because of this fucking movie. And it's just Jack Black doing, you know, rig-a-goo-goo for 30 seconds and Lava Chicken. It's Lava Chicken. That's about it. I've damn near recited the song in the time that, you know, I've tried to explain this. So,
Not saying it's a rigorously composed piece of music.
yeah, it's like, God, I'm trying to.
Not John Williams.
It's Lava Chicken.
John Williams Lava Chicken.
But you know, hey, it's for the kids. It's fine. Like, I'm not gonna.
Right.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, there was some stuff in there in the movie about creativity that I can actually kind of get behind. And I think it had kind of a touch grass. Maybe moral, which is more that I can say about Ready Player One.
Oh, well, right.
It didn't take, you know, 300 pages to get, you know, maybe touch grass. It was just, you know, 90 minutes or whatever. And there was also some, I will say this. It was, there was this annoying thing in the movie where it would go quite literally 3, 2, 1, Jack Black does line. Like up in the top right-hand corner, it would count down from 3, 2, 1, and Jack Black would do a line, and it was basically like a sing-along. Like it's
Oh.
like I'm sure you can look up clips on a machine, on a technology machine, but I'm trying to think. It yeah. So it was like 3, 2, 1, and then we have a sing along. And yeah, I realize this sounds like I'm being incredibly old in my explaining of this. But it's 3, 2, 1. Jack Black does a line because it was only Jack Black. Because Jack Black was Steve. Oh, hi, Mark.
So how's your sex life?
Ha! Everyone betraying me.
They should do that with. They should do that with other movies. They should retroactively, like. So if you're like a middle-aged man and you want to go see Die Hard, they should have a little countdown so you can shout out the lines, the famous lines from Die Hard.
3, 2, 1. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's. I like that.
That's a 100% original idea. If anyone uses it, they have to pay me.
40 years when I'm in an old folks home. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1. Now I have a machine gun.
We'll watch the sing-along version of Ghostbusters.
The sing-along version of Jaws. 3, 2, 1. Like a doll's eyes.
Like the entire USS Indianapolis speech. And it'll have the words will come up at the bottom of the screen. And there's like a little ball.
I want the George C. Scott scene in Exorcist 3. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
I believe in adultery and filth or whatever. I don't. Oh God, I'm ready.
Oh, all right.
All right, that's about enough Minecraft. A much better movie was Thunderbolts.
Yeah, how was it?
I actually really recommend it.
Okay.
It is, in my opinion, the second best Marvel movie in this current crop. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think, is like, I like that better because, hey, James Gunn.
Yeah.
So, but I really do recommend Thunderbolts. It references the other movies in a way where if it was a comic book, it would be the new direction.
Okay.
Where Guardians of the Galaxy, it was the end of the James Gunn story arc, so to speak. So whenever they make Guardians of the Galaxy 4, it's going to be the new creative team.
Right.
So new artist, a new writer.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The X-Men.
Yeah.
So I kind of look at it like this is kind of like the main MCU where they've been trying to do something since Endgame. This is kind of where they've got their shit together, I feel like, and I like it.
All right, that's good.
I wiked it, and so did Jess. And I don't want, I don't go into spoilers or anything like that other than just, hey, go watch it. It was surprisingly political. But in like a winky face, if you don't know what they're saying, you won't get it.
Okay.
Like there was actually, in my opinion, a Susan Collins joke, and because there's this joke about like, well, it's very concerning, and we're very worried about this, and it just kind of kept going, and it was really funny, and it's like, oh, so and so is doing a Susan Collins joke,
yeah,
or a Lisa Murkowski joke,
yeah.
So just that, yeah. So there's quite a bit of that kind of commentary on the way things are right now, and that, and I do think that and it was plot relevant, and you know, commentary on current political environment. We live in a society, except for, you know, it. I do think that it wasn't trying to. It didn't take over the plot. Like it wasn't like preachy or anything like that, because it was trying to do. It was trying to do stuff. It even dipped its toe. It dipped its toe into like the makings of some horror, because they're gonna have to do some horror if they're gonna introduce like Blade and so forth.
True. Yeah.
And
all right.
So if you do digging, you'll probably know what's going on if you're familiar with the characters who are in it, particularly one of them. But if you
not
don't,
so much really.
Okay, well, yeah, go in cold. That's my thing. Go in cold. I kind of knew what was going to happen, because I knew who this one person was supposed to be, and I'm like, are they going to do this? And they did it. And they stuck the landing, which is important. And
pretty important.
And the mid credit scene and the end credit scene actually matter, which is something that hasn't been mattering.
What I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, the end credit scenes have basically been like, well, you made it to the end, sucker. So yeah,
there's some crap you don't care about.
Yeah, so it actually did kind of feel like it's moving into what's coming next. So
okay.
Back when the Marvel MCU movies were good, because part of that is getting you excited for, you know, the next issue.
Right.
So
keeping the hype up.
Yeah, you got to maintain the hype. You got to, you know, maintain interest. And no, I have yet to see Born Again. I have yet. My wife is just too engrossed in beautiful South Korean men. I'm hoping that the tariffs will.
I was gonna say, I gotta slap a tariff on those K-dramas.
Yes. Yep. This
245%.
Yep.
Tariff.
This is. We got to figure out what the hell is going on. About the, you know, where these beautiful Asian South Korean people are coming from. Which I guess, I guess this is as good as any. How the fuck does that work? Like, how does a fucking tariff on, like, media, like, just kind of materialize out of nowhere?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of doesn't,
Yeah.
but we're living in the stupid ages, so
Yes.
bro, I don't even know.
He's flailing, isn't he?
Yes. Seems to think you can just tariff anything. Tariff.
Is he going senile? Or
I mean,
is this just the same?
Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to distinguish from that or just, rich person brain rot.
Or
but yeah,
old man brain rot? I mean,
I really do think he's got some brain wearing out.
Is it the syphilis?
It's could be syphilitic brain lesions. It's entirely possible.
All that partying during the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. It could just be age.
I mean, it happens. It happened to the last guy.
Happened to the last guy. Happens to lots of people.
Yeah. Fortunately, our commander-in-chief has the, access to the best medical care, I'm assuming, that has ever existed.
I mean, yeah, better than certainly anybody else. I mean, remember when he got COVID, they flew him out to Walter Reed to get fucking experimental medical treatments.
They put him in the Wolverine Weapon X tank.
They're in there using whatever the latest attempt at recreating the super soldier serum is.
They fixed him with nanites.
It's like, I don't know, maybe it's like the Lazarus pool, like it worked, but it gave him brain damage. Gave him extra brain damage.
They pushed him into the Lazarus pit. Thank you, Red Shago. I appreciate it. Hug, hug, kiss, kiss. Talia's looking good. God, like.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Oh God. I'm going to say as a palate cleanser, we're going to talk about the homework. Are you ready to talk about the homework?
No, because I didn't do it.
You didn't do the homework?
I actually didn't think about it until just now. When you fucking mentioned it. It just completely fell out of my fucking brain.
Do you need to go to the Lazarus pit?
Maybe I've been too many times.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fine.
But, I didn't do my homework in school either, so it's on brand.
Okay, all right. I just did it yesterday. I mean, I watched it yesterday, so it's fine. No worries. But I am going to have to tell your parents.
All right, that's fine.
There's going to be a note.
I'll just intercept the note. I'll throw it in the garbage.
Okay, well.
I mean, it's just it's a back and forth.
I get it. Well, now I'm trying to think of. Now I'm going through what I've been watching. Well, to fill the void, something I have watched, and I'd imagine there's a good chance that you have seen it because you're a nerd. Have you seen Jodorowsky's Dune?
Oh, the documentary?
Yes.
I actually have not, but I keep meaning to.
It's on Tubi.
It's really interesting. It's an interesting story.
Yes, it is. I really, really, really recommend it. I recommend it to anybody who has seen, read any of the Dune. It is a documentary about Alejandro Jodorowsky, who is a director of Banana Pants films.
Very strange. Yeah.
Have you seen any of those?
Yeah, God, I've seen. I saw Holy Mountain a long time ago and El Topo.
Okay, see, I really want to watch those, and I need to watch them before the tariffs go through, because
right.
I've already.
So you'll have to pay extra.
Yeah, I don't want to spend I don't want to spend $10 to see El Topo. Like, I can't
It'd be
find
100% more expensive to rent them from Voodoo.
Yeah, like yeah, because they show clips. They show clips from both of those movies in the documentary, and I'm like, wow, this is just weird. And
yeah,
okay,
so he's a weird guy.
Yeah.
He has at least one comic book.
Yeah, the stuff from his... He mentions that because the movie never... It's a documentary about a movie that was never made, but this weird director man got a super group of creative people together to try to get this movie made. And H.R. Giger, Dan O'Bannon, Mobius, this Chris Foss guy who did art on sci-fi novels during like the 70s. He wanted to get Pink Floyd to do the music for House Atreides, not the whole movie. Just he wanted a band for every one of the houses, and like he got this band Magma for like a band that I had never fucking heard of for House Harkonnen. It was just so fucking bizarre. And I mean, and this dude sold it. Like he went through the movie, and like I really recommend it. Like the more you are familiar with Dune, you can see the differences, because he changes things in his rendition of it that he kept for whatever comic book that he put out.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that, and now I have to find places to try to watch this, because I already pay subscription fees to Amazon. I don't want to spend more money to rent like a movie.
Right.
So, but I'm gonna I might have to because of the tariffs.
Might not have a choice.
I might not have a choice. I'm gonna spend $5 to watch El Topo.
It's all right. That money will save us from having to pay income tax.
Okay. All right. Where are you at? Are you getting a mission? You haven't said it.
We have got a bank.
Yeah. All right. I'm going.
Thank you.
The only movie like on Tubi they've got like Santa Sangria, and I haven't seen that either. But I'm gonna try to watch that as an entry into the Jodorowsky film universe. All right, are you here? I guess I should probably put the team thing up so I can see where you're at all times. So I can...
I'm just leveling up real quick.
Oh, I should also do that. Leveling up is a thing what I can do. And it's a thing I should do.
Good to do.
Yeah. Have I watched anything else? No. I've been meaning to go see Sinners.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do want to watch that. Also, I want to pick a power. Do I have to take... Alright. I gotta take 2 powers in order to get group fly. What is evasive maneuvers? How does this... Or is that something... Air superiority hover. Should I just be hovering at all times?
No, I don't see why not.
Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'll take hover.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Detention field. In case a targeted foe in a detention field, the captured target cannot be harmed, is immobilized, and cannot attack or aid other. So I get to put somebody in timeout. I get to put them in the... I'll ban hammer them for a little bit. Air superiority is just an attack. You knock a flying
crush their
target.
trigger engagement.
You knock them to the ground. I guess I'm taking cover. Okay. I guess I'm taking hover. Fuck that. Alright. I just need to make a decision. Away I go. Is this hover? That is hover. Okay. Hover. Sure. And... manage. I need me a... defense. Do I have a defense? No. Hold on just a second. I'm going to purchase the defense enhancement. This is crafted. This is another. Give me a defense buff. Can I have one? There's only 4 for sale? Shit, what's up with you people? Guess I'll buy one later. Unless I can... I mean, I guess I can buy $5,000. Come on, can I have one? No? Well, cancel this. Cancel this order. The tariffs are in effect. And I'm leaving. Okay, fine, whatever. Alright, don't get yourself killed, okay?
I'm just hanging out for a minute.
You're just hanging out for a minute? We're in Skyway. Have we been to Skyway before?
I don't think so.
With these idiots?
I don't believe so.
Oh. I do have a school story.
Okay.
I'm tired of having school stories. It's because it requires attention that irritates me. Oh, you've got some sort of electrical field going on.
Yeah.
What is this?
It gives resistance to all damage but toxic.
Okay.
And resistance to knockback.
Okay. So basically, we stay in your little red bubble. Like, is it just on all the time, or do you have to put it down?
I'm not sure if it's got... I'm not sure when it runs out, but like I can recast it. It's centered on me. So I can recast it the first time I move to wherever I am.
Okay. So does it have one of those things where you like plop it on the ground, like the little circle, the little like?
No, it just activates because it's centered on me.
Okay. Okay.
So like I go out here and I hit it again, and now it's in a new spot.
Okay. Okay.
And it just kind of stays there.
Does it cost continuing endurance?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Well, you just got your own little Faraday cage. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
A compliance bubble, I call it.
Cool. All right. Well, let's rob the bank and.
I'm gonna beat up this cop real quick.
Okay. Well, I'm fine with that. I am okay with that. I'm gonna try to remember where the badge is here. I kind of remember where it is. All right. School story time.
All right.
And again, I don't know if I am blowing this out of proportion. I will take, whoever wants to chime in with their 2 cents, I will accept it. So, okay. So last week, and I'm headed towards the bank, and you're there. Just wanted to make sure. I couldn't remember if you were right there in front of me. But okay, so last week, my oldest daughter, she comes to me upset because her friend had an interaction with another student on the playground. So her friend, I don't want to use names. So Mousy friend is like has an interaction with this with boy on playground. They were like at the, and you're dead.
We shot me to death and my zombies ran off chasing a guy. I'm like, no, come back.
I might have to tell this story from a jail cell, but you have a way to get up?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm okay. Maybe. Maybe not. Come on. Okay, so can I tell this? So, okay, they're on the playground and there's a bit of an altercation. Little boy says something to the effect of like, because they're at the swings, and I can't even remember if I said if they're at the swings. So 3 kids are at the swing set, and he says something to the effect of like, if you lose your feet, you lose your seat. And my daughter's friend is like, no one says that. And he gets mad and throws the swing at her and hits her in her eye. And so it was very traumatic because my daughter's friend has glasses, but also she has difficulty seeing in one eye. And when this happened, she was talking about like, you hit me in my good eye, and there was a fair amount of anxiety and anger, and I would imagine pain, because if I got hit in the fucking eye with a swing, that ain't gonna tickle. And after the fact, Olivia was very upset by this because she witnessed somebody that she cares about getting hurt. And so the boy was punished, as my understanding. And do I need to go break you out of the jail?
No, I'm just laying here.
Oh, you're just laying there. Okay, well, I'll plop
There's a cop standing nearby,
okay,
waiting to brutalize me.
Okay, well, I'm going to juggle him.
Even though I pay for his.
All right. Do you need me to plop an awaken on you?
No, I'll get up.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to juggle fuck him. Mustache cop is not getting up. Okay, so Olivia was upset, and we talked for about an hour, described the situation, and trying to suss out like what happened, what was said, all this stuff. And that's kind of like the basic thing. And then in her telling this story, I was like, have you had dealings with this boy before? And so forth. And she was like, yeah, he hit me. He's the one who hit me in the face with a basketball the week before. Something that I had just forgotten about, because the school basically messaged us, your daughter went to the nurse because she got hit in the face with a basketball, and it didn't leave a mark or anything like that. But it turns out the boy that hit Olivia's friend in the face, in the eye with a swing is the same guy that hit her in the face with a basketball. And the way that my daughter told it, you know, the swing was on purpose, but she didn't think that the basketball was on purpose, that was more of an accident.
Okay.
So this makes my brain go, are these two things connected? Is this a coincidence or the makings of a pattern of behavior?
Right. Yeah.
Because
Logical.
What was that?
That's logical. Yeah.
Yes. And, you know, I come from a psychology background, specifically working in education, and you can have a multitude of reasons why a kid can act out, you know, whether they're conscious of it or not. Both my daughter and her friend have special needs. I don't know exactly what Olivia's friend has going on, but, you know, I have my ideas. At the very least, she has some visual impairment and also some sensory issues. And, you know, honestly, and also I don't know, did this boy get clapped and then he got mad and then, you know, got violent?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard about the show Adolescence on Netflix. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay. I recommend watching it, even though I hated it.
All right.
I did kind of hate watch it. I think the first episode is a combination of Black Mirror right now, because every now and then there are episodes of Black Mirror are this is going on right fucking now. And also kind of propagandistic. But it's a well-made, well-done show. I just don't know what the fuck it's trying to say.
Right.
And it does, because it doesn't spell it out, I don't know what it's trying to say other than, you know, slicing the life. But it basically mentions the manosphere, Andrew Tate and so forth. And, you know, I don't know if I'm just primed to think of this or whatever, but I just don't know if I'm primed to think this, or particularly after I watched that show, or just some other stuff that's going on in my daughter's school. Like, do they, because it's kind of like, is this just another instance of, you know, this kid is just going to get yelled at, but there's not going to be any kind of like positive steps to figure out like what's going on with him, similar to the graffiti issue. So
will anything be done?
Yeah. Felt the same way. The first episode was very hard for me to watch, Squid. Very, very hard. Like, it actually, it put me in a bad mood. But again, the whole single shot thing, yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, it's a well-made, but I don't know what it's trying to fucking say. I don't know. And, like, I do recommend it. I'd honestly like to know what you have to think, Brent. Like, just, if anything, just for that, the first and the third episode, because I've worked in schools. I have a problem with children being treated as adults. I have a big problem with that, and that those are some of the things that happen in the show. Even in the and it's like they really didn't show what's going on. It was ambiguous about whether they got the right person or not for crime. So, but at the same time, we live in a society, and I want, I have to keep my daughters safe. So
Yeah.
we did message our oldest's teacher and basically was like, trying to insinuate, do we need to tell our oldest to not get around this guy? I realize there are just 3 weeks of school left, but still, I don't know. I'll take a breath. Anybody wants to chime in with what I've said? I would like opinions. Like, I'm willing to accept that I'm being overly cautious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't. Because I would definitely feel, again, not a parent, but I do have an imagination. I do have a functional brain.
I remember what it's like to be in a public school.
Well, right, that too. So, I mean, it's not really necessarily hypothetical.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I've been to school.
Yeah, I mean, I have experienced bullying, and I have bullied. So yeah. I know what happens, and I had to unlearn some pretty bad ideas. And this is when these ideas start getting expressed. And hold on, I'm going to read Squid's. Just more questions for me. Does the boy like your... does boy like girl? Can express feelings, because I've been there.
Yeah.
Oh God, I want to tell this story. I think it was like 8th grade. I was totally flirting with a girl in class, and I didn't realize I was flirting with girl. Girl called it out, and it embarrassed me. And she was basically like, "It's okay." And I look back on it like, you can totally make me feel attractive, because it's like that same kind of like awkwardness from her end.
Yeah.
Yeah. The stupid sexual attraction dance. And speaking of stupid dance, what's wrong with these two guys?
I don't know, they're idiots.
They were just bugged out, but yeah. And I was going to try to go back and talk to Olivia about, like, sometimes guys are mean to people they like, which is, saying that out loud, that's fucked up. And
yeah, it's part of the ongoing way that boys are socialized.
Yes. So we're not looking forward to middle school.
All right.
Yeah, because that happens next year, and we are a little nervous about that. So I don't know. Like all of this is just a shit show, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna come get in your bubble.
Come to the bubble.
I don't know why these cops are not doing their job and just letting me commit crimes.
Yeah, it's really unacceptable.
All right. All right, that's
and
okay.
replace them with private security.
Yes. I think this is the very first enemy I've ever killed with fall damage. So,
It's always fun.
so technically, I didn't do it, but I totally did. But I'm going to play it both ways.
Right. It was an act of God from a
Yes,
certain perspective.
because gravity did it. And
That was the Disney loophole for a while, right? That the main character couldn't kill the bad guy,
oh yeah,
but if they fell from a great height and died,
yeah, Batman totally didn't kill the Joker.
yeah.
It's a technicality. Oh god,
Where am I going?
I don't know. Do you see any Teslas, or I guess trolls are here?
Oh,
I think there's trolls. Another school thing, like every now and then the school does these little award programs. Like every month or so, they'll nominate a kid that does, like, what do they call them? They're like character strong or something like that, or you know, it's a good kid award, for lack of a better way of putting it.
yeah.
Like somebody's being respectful or whatever that, and the teacher will nominate them. So Olivia got one of these like last week, and we went in there and you know, sat through the thing, and I feel like it is like the meritocracy award. Like, your kid is not a troublemaker, here you get an award.
Yeah.
And I, you know, I'm proud of my daughter. You know, good for her. It makes her feel good. She gets a little medal, and you know, people clap for her and all that. But it's totally indoctrinating people to believe in the system.
Oh, yeah.
A citizenship award. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play by the rules, then yeah.
Yeah.
Then you'll get recognized.
Yeah. You play by the rules, and it's like something else I heard in NPR. Like, there was a you know, these kids are not going to get a citizenship award. There, and I hadn't heard about this, that there was a teacher. Oh God, I don't even really. A teacher did something they were not supposed to do with a high school student, and it was covered up by the principal in a school district near to us, and the kids did a protest. Like, it was something like 30 kids got up and walked out of class, basically saying the principal's got to go because they covered it up, and basically, I think it was again, this was like a couple weeks ago when I heard this on NPR whilst driving. It was something that happened like maybe during the lockdown or something like that, and it was like they maybe even kind of blamed the parents, like, because the incident happened off school grounds. So it was like your kid should have been in school. That's why they got sexually assaulted by our teacher. Yeah, good times, great fun. Yeah, Andy Bashir, you want to chime in? leave a comment below. I'm sure you know about this story.
Talk about it on the podcast.
Oh God. But yeah, and basically the kids were they were like, this guy's got this person has to go. I can't remember if it was a man or a woman. That, you know, covering this up.
Yeah, well, good for them.
Yeah, so they're not getting citizenship awards for this.
Oh shit, no.
If anything, it actually hurts their chances of continuing their education.
Because they are in fact not playing by the rules.
Yes, they're not playing by the rules.
The old Uno reverse.
Yeah, they're breaking the rules.
You are in fact breaking the rules by doing something that's right.
Yes, so.
You are now a troublemaker.
Yes. You're on a list.
Yeah. Your principals have made you a target.
And and it's completely up to the discretion of the teachers and the school to then, okay, you left school. Well, that is an unexcused absence. So you better not get sick, because it might go into like whether you can graduate or whatever, or you're truant or whatever. I'm blanking on Chelsea Manning of the high school set. Yeah, that yes. They're gonna get arrested by the school resource cop.
What are my other zombies?
Have they died?
Nah, they're just farting around over here with this SWAT officer.
Are you trying to blow me up? Oh, my Teslas. Also, don't forget to upgrade your zombies in your debt collector. With like whatever your thing is. Like every time they die, you gotta upgrade.
Oh yeah, your enchant.
Yes.
Enchant undead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to keep on top of it.
Yeah, it's a thing. I want to say the badge is over in here. Maybe I'm not entirely sure, but whatever.
Let's see.
I feel like us talking about Black Mirror is, like there's a whole other segment of, I don't know, elementary school, public school horror stories I've got going on. I'd put them in a fucking watch list.
In their own file. These cops just hanging out in this dirty underpass. What are they up to?
I don't know. Probably up to
They're not protecting my property, that's for sure.
They're under here smoking drugs.
Hey, look, that's fine, but I need them to be arresting homeless people.
I think I figured
They're
out
on the
your...
clock.
Is Gavin Newsom under there? Oh, God.
Oh, I don't know, maybe. I mean, I'm picturing some overpriced, shoddily constructed condos right here.
Or just,
some real dog shit buildings, but they'll be crazy expensive.
I don't know, with all the gold, are you a Trump under there? Is that Eric? Is Eric under there?
He's all of them. He's the elemental. All right, we got booted.
We got booted. We got evicted. We took too long.
But we did enough property damage.
Yes. I'm gonna level.
Now we can buy the dip.
Oh God. All right, map. Where you at? All right, I'm going to the place with the things.
I'll also go to the place with the things.
I did finish the second episode of the Andy Bashir podcast. If you want to hear my review of it.
Sure.
Because it was about faith, and I need, it's another instance of I need to know if I'm the asshole. He interviewed like Obama's ambassador to like the Bahamas.
Okay.
I didn't know who this person was. It just kind of feel, I don't know if it's like I need, it's Obama might hurt me here, but I can get somebody kind of tangentially connected to Obama. Also,
yeah,
I probably need to interview a person of color eventually. So, yeah. And I can't remember what her name was, but they got talking about like faith and grief and loss and that and stuff like that, because but it came off as like really irritating to me. Like it made my atheist blood boil a little bit, and also you are the single most powerful person in the state in Kentucky. You do have the power to do things.
Yeah.
Like you can do things. And I found it irritating because they got to talking about like because he lost somebody due to gun violence a couple years ago. Because there was a mass shooting, and he gets through it by relying on his faith and so forth, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it came off a little thoughts and prayers ish, or
right.
Like it humanized him. Like, I too feel pain, and I get that. But you're also the single most powerful person in Kentucky, and you can do something about this. Like,
right.
You can call a press conference. You can shame the opposition. Like, actually spend some of the political capital that you have, and do something.
Yeah, something.
I mean, fucking Matthew McConaughey did a press conference, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Like you can do something. And it just kind of, it came off like there was some Democrats don't talk about their faith anymore, and people aren't proud of being Americans anymore. And God damn this folksy motherfucker. And it's just like, it's almost this nostalgia talk or something. It's posing questions, but it comes off as like criticisms. Like, if that makes sense. Because it's like, I'm just asking questions. Like, why don't the Democrats talk about their faith? I'm talking about my faith right now. And
yeah,
like, I'm
Yeah,
alert.
like it's a little judgy.
Yeah, it's judgy, and like I don't know like your thoughts on that, because it comes off kind of preachy. Like, why are Democrats conceding ground on religion? You know, and my answer is because the most religious people in our country, and the political types, they use their religion as a weapon.
Yeah.
And they're using their faith as a way to tell other people what to do with their body. You know, women, sorry, you know, your body, my choice. Or, you know, it's so much like conceding and trying to, I don't know, calibrate his centrism. Like there's even some of that. He's trying to like both sides it. And there was even an instance when he was talking to one of his friends. It's like, you know, there's violence on both sides. And, you know, I want to just say, motherfucker, every time there's a political mass shooting, it's a right winger. They are always to the right of like me.
Yeah, it's like, give me details. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
When you say that, right?
Yeah.
Be specific.
And there's no specific. It's just like, you know, two dudes having a beer talking about stuff and things, and one of them just happens to be the single most powerful man in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Who is a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
His dad was governor, Steve Beshear.
Yeah.
And the black lady who was the ambassador was talking about her upbringing and how some Democrats didn't think people like her needed to be able to vote. And it was just so both sidesy. And, you know, I just wanted to say, you know, yeah, those Democrats, they're Dixiecrats. There was a name for them.
Yeah.
They joined the Republicans.
Yeah, they became Republicans. They solved that problem by just becoming Republicans.
Yeah. And he's just so, you know, why is this? And I'm like, motherfucker, your dad knows about this. Ask
Right?
your dad. And this dude is only like 3 years older than me. Like, I know this stuff and I'm not governor.
Yeah, it's not like a mystery, actually.
Yeah, it's not.
There was a political realignment in the 60s.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the story. It's not some great mystery to solve. It's documented.
Yeah. So, it's frustrating. But today or tomorrow, I'm watching my girl Amy Klobuchar on there, and I'm ready.
All right.
I hope he asked that hard-hitting question about, like, you know, that staffer that she made to eat a salad with her comb or whatever. That was Amy Klobuchar, wasn't it?
That sounds familiar. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's not going to ask about that.
No.
If he did, oh my God, that would be so awesome. Like, just came out of nowhere and he got really hard with Amy Klobuchar.
Yeah.
Because that
just out of nowhere.
I mean, that's the lane he's going for, so he's got to swing eventually, unless it's like Amy and Andy 2028.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Coupons and bourbon. Oh, God. This is hell. If I am peering into the future and casting this, then I at least want to check.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Like that aberrant rectum.
first I didn't know what you were talking about, and then I just looked in the sewer, and there's a wrecked rectum right there.
The aberrant rectum.
Oh god.
All right, we got to get these nihilist homeless people out of here. These nihilist Satanists.
They're gonna start arsoning. Oh god,
The nihilist Satanist arsonists.
Oh god.
What do we even pay the cops for? The sewer's full of homeless people.
That are gonna be doing? They're gonna do their Satanism and their nihilism, and possibly start fires. Oh my god. Thank you for reminding me of that.
It just kind of sits in my brain.
That sits in the brain. Oh god. Is it worth explaining again? What do you think, Paco? Paco, do you know what I'm talking? I'm gonna tell Paco. All right, Paco. The home of progressives, TYT. There's a great man named Cenk Uygur, not to be confused with Sink Weiger. He has brain worms. He got a real bad case of centrism, and he too is trying to calibrate his centrism between the extreme poles, akin to the Andy Bashar. And he ran with some Tucker Carlson stupid shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, while his nephew was interviewing the heroes of the California wildfire, the indentured, incarcerated firefighters, he decided to blame some fictionalized entity for, you know, maybe they started the fire, but I'm pretty sure it had to do more about like with 100 mile an hour winds causing that fire to
something climate. I don't know.
To jump fucking highways and spread.
Yeah.
So instead of the fucking unhoused people. So good times, great fun.
Not part of the climate crisis. It's part of the crime crisis.
City of Heroes brought to you by Polymarket. Thank you, Squid. Thank you.
Yeah.
I heard the I need to get a drop machine. I do. I might do that. I really, and then I'll be a big time streamer. Oh god.
Right.
Oh god. Also, Anna Kasparian. Wait a minute. Are you familiar with Patrick Bet David?
No, I don't think so.
All right, he is he's a businessman. Are you familiar with the term valuetainment?
Yes.
That is Patrick Bet David.
Yeah.
You are about to be valuetained, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah. So Patrick Bet David, he used to be like, he's a business dude, and he has a vanity podcast, where he basically just does marketing for his business, which might be pyramid shaped. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure. I think his business might be hierarchical and shaped like a particular geometric shape.
Oh god, was it? It Always Sunny in Philadelphia or a reverse funnel? Not a pyramid scheme. It's a reverse funnel.
Okay, so I think Patrick Bet David might have a reverse funnel. I'm not really sure. So he started his version of The View, and Anna Kasparian is on there with Jillian Michaels and two other crazy people. And
Okay.
it's like really fucking bad.
Sounds horrific.
It sounds horrific.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. I love it. Like it's been a long time since watching TYT on 2016, election night 2016, talking about like, you know, Trump just got elected and what are we going to do collectively. TYT got me through my grief and put me on the path to the max left. They were a stepping stone in my education, my political education, and I thank them.
But yeah, their time has passed.
Yep, someone has described their actions as Thelma and Louise, and they're just trying to find the cliff. So,
Pretty good.
that's a good one. It's good. Good times, great fun. And I'm fighting Ninja. All right, just a hypothetical situation. Like, I want to, like, would you take a truckload of money? Like, would you ask questions, or would you just take a truckload of money? Like,
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know. How much is a truckload of money?
I mean, like pickup or dump truck. Let's just say, you know, we'll go small.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pickup truck. It's like a Ford pickup truck. And there's just Polymarket rolls in with bags full of crypto. And they're like, we hear that you're an up and coming Twitch streamer, and I like your commentary on Black Mirror, and maybe you can just say, hey, I like Polymarket every now and then, and you just get a bag of crypto monies. Like would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say no, because like my instant reaction to that is kind of like revulsion,
Yeah.
right? Like, you know, saying something I don't believe,
Yeah.
or that I don't even think is true
Yeah.
for money, you know, like pretending to endorse a product I don't really give a shit about.
Do you want to have the machine in your head from that episode of from Common
Right.
People?
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Like you're really trading some of your own free will.
Oh, Squid has, my wife and I discussed this recently when we looked at Fox News salaries. Okay, that's a variant on what I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I look at it like you could always recant.
I mean, it's true.
Like, you can have a deathbed confession. I don't know.
You could always do kind of a bad job. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're really enthusiastic about it.
And yeah, we are on the train to we're not marching to fascism. I think we're in the city limits, honestly. But I hear you. Yeah, like it's the compromise, like it's the you know, you can do something with that dirty money. Like,
Right. It feels like a trap.
yeah, it is a trap. It really is. I mean, if I ever start talking about like goblin coin, like if I ever start talking about crypto, they've got to me. Like it's not like there's a chip in my head. Or the Ford 150.
No, who's beating me up? Oh, ninjas.
The Chi Master.
Fine, whatever.
Oh shit! I just got Hadokened. Goblin coin is a joke. It is parody. It is clearly marked as satire. All right, I need to eject. I mean, it really, like even talking to like family members or in-laws, I'll just say in-laws. Jess gave me the okay to just say in-laws without being specific. My in-laws. Yeah. Just this great big mess of, you know, unknown numbers of people. I'll just say that. But like I feel bad when I hold my tongue with my in-laws. Because every single time I am around in-laws, it's just this, oh, we just totally do not see the world the same way at all. Like, it's just it's really it's difficult, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to get in a fight in the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
I just don't, and like it's not worth it. So
don't want to get thrown out of Cracker Barrel.
I don't want to get thrown out of Cracker Barrel. I don't.
Highly embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't want to make the news. Nick of the Shady Rogues was thrown out of Cracker Barrel when he took on all of his in-laws concerning the hot button topic of immigration. Oh, I think this is bad, yo.
Seems like trouble.
I'm gonna juggle that mamba.
I'm gonna electrocute my zombies here.
And I mean, that's not cashing in, but it is a form of, I guess, compromising ideals for civility.
Mm-hmm.
It's like and I hate civility politics.
Yeah.
Is there a tiny gremlin needing something? Yup. Well, we need tiny gremlin. What's the matter? No, because you're watching YouTube with your sister, because if you have problems with your tablet, I'm not the tablet expert. You're not going to have any problems? You promise? If I'm getting puppy dog eyes, what do you're going to watch on your tablet? No problems? Okay, if there is a problem, you have to go back to watching whatever your sister is watching, okay? Okay, bye now. Oh, now she's happy. Okay. I'm getting that Dad of the Year award now. Oh, God. And yeah, what you're talking about, Squid, like being in a different part of your life. Yeah, you can say fuck you to certain amounts of money, or I don't know, maybe even certain people. I mean, some of these in-laws I'm talking about, they're not going to live forever. I'm at least thinking I'm going to outlive some of them.
Yeah. I mean, odds are, right?
Odds are.
It's nothing down there. It's a lie.
Oh, God. Thanks, Dungeon Master. Can you fly, Snake Man?
There's zombies, no dying on the clock.
But there is like, maybe like a one-time cash out. Like maybe just a little bit of money from the Russian government. Like,
just pay off your student loans.
Yeah, just pay off my student loans. I'll pay off Jess and my student loans just to say, I don't know, I don't like Zelensky. Like, I'd do that. I would.
I don't know about that guy.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Has he said thank you even once?
Has he said thank you once? And can't he be bothered to wear a suit? Uh-oh. And this is how it begins. We're auditioning. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. To get rid of those.
I will join the Illuminati.
Because you'll do something
if the
good
Illuminati
with it.
lizard people, yeah, if they call me up and they want me to join the Illuminati, just putting on the record that I will join the lizard people Illuminati.
Well, I think that's just good business.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay. All right. All right,
I mean, it just makes sense to me.
All right, I'm gonna level. Has Zelensky said
time again?
Has he said thank you once?
Has he groveled on his belly like a worm?
That was so mean.
Yeah. That's so pointless.
God.
Just utterly bizarre.
All right, I want to train up next level. Now what? Group fly.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna take group. I'm gonna personal force field. I kind of want a personal force field.
I mean, it's pretty cool too.
I'm gonna take personal force field. Although group fly, I get to finally become the thing I hate.
Well, your time will come.
All right. Can only affect self. Oh, all right. I thought this was so basically it gives me an oh shit button. Ow. Okay, so it's a timeout. Okay. So if we get into trouble, I can just do that. All right, fly. All right, let's rob a bank. Oh, I have a question for you, Mr. History Degree.
Uh-huh.
What's your views on what kind of pope are they going to produce? Are we going to get like more lib pope? Are we going to get like a more conservative, like say, I don't see no genocide, I don't see no problems here? Are we gonna get like somebody who's kind of like, I don't know, dare I say, complicit in the various horrible things happening right now? Or are we gonna get one of those bleeding heart global south popes like we got last time? Not that I am in any way Catholic, but you know, we as like, I don't know, the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what the state is of like the cardinals and the various contenders.
Something to keep in mind is that Pope Francis did stack the deck, and he appointed like 80% of the ones voting. So I think he did some court packing, so to speak.
All right.
So I'm just kind of curious. I mean, I'm betting it's going to be an old white guy. I'm putting that down.
Well, right. Yeah. No, I don't think they're ready for otherwise. But yeah, I mean, you know, still I guess the only place in the world where the Catholic Church is actually growing is in the global south.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, it seems kind of dumb to ignore that. So it's not a thing that's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah.
They may as well strike while the iron is hot, because eventually those numbers will start to drop, just like everywhere else. And, you know, the organization is nothing if not adaptable. So, yeah, I don't know if striking kind of a contrary position to the United States would be beneficial or not. It'd be very funny.
Yeah.
Given all the hard right Catholics, pseudo-Catholics.
Your Opus Dei types.
Yeah. Get the liberation theology pope in there. It's entirely possible.
Pope Marx.
First communist pope. He's got a huge beard.
He's got the Bible in one hand and the Communist Manifesto in the other. Like, I was trying to get like Jess's sense of this morning when we were talking about it, and it's just like every time they talk, like the NPR is talking about Pope Francis, it's like he was the first pope from the global south, the first pope from the global south. He was the first non-European like pope, and it's like he's Argentinian, like he.
Right.
He is white. Like, he is white, yeah. But to people in Europe, that is white asterisks.
Yeah.
And that's so bananas. And that is white supremacy. Like that's
why there's a special like census and ethnic designation for white Hispanic.
Yeah. And, you know, to be funny, you call them spicy white. But, you know.
Because, there are a lot of those people who, do not want to be identified with the non-white Hispanic population.
That is so, we're doomed. We're doomed.
And That's been a thing. That's been a thing in South America and Latin America for forever.
So it's
Like it was an issue in the revolutions way back in the day.
so I find all of this fascinating and sad, and
Yeah.
because it's so. I mean, and if anybody is on the fence of like, you know, race is a social construct, this is exactly what people are talking about.
Right.
Because any person of color would be like, that dude is white. But in certain but certain people in Kentucky, you know, well, I heard he was from Argentina and he speaks Spanish, so therefore less white.
Yeah. I mean, not speaking Spanish by itself.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like whiteness is not only pigmentation, but it's also like DSM criterion that you have to like add up to.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I gotta fly. All right, I'm flying. Let's go to the bank.
For the bank.
All right.
And fight these coppers outside.
Okay, I am on my way to bank. I am in bank. I'm waiting patiently. I'm gonna start bouncing. I'm getting impatient. I'm gonna start making hand gestures. And if you call it out, I'm gonna say you're being ableist. God, that's so fucking horrible. I hate Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's absolute scum.
He is. At least he's kind of gone away, like, because he has to grow his money. Like,
yeah, just to answer some shareholders.
Let me bubble your peeps. You think his reputation is going to regrow? Is it going to regenerate?
You know,
like his lizard
given the
person
tendency,
tail.
yeah, given the willingness with which liberals will rehabilitate people, I'm not saying no.
When you put it that way.
Like he just needs to say the right things.
Yeah. I mean, that is. I mean, did he go to Auschwitz or Israel when he said some anti-Semitic stuff, like some no shit anti-Semitic stuff?
Oh shit, I don't even remember.
Yeah, that was it was right after he got Twitter. I'm not calling it X, and he said some dumb shit. Or it's like when all the Nazi shit like just really came back.
Yeah,
because he turned it back on. The Nazi faucet.
this was just dormant.
X comes with hot and cold running fascism. Liberals would forgive that. Yeah, babyface turn, condemn Trump and what he did at Doge. But yeah, he's gonna get. Yeah, Chuck Schumer would be like, yes.
Yeah,
like the left of. I would just make the correction. Like the left of center people, the libs, they'll be all over that.
yeah. Yeah, if he turned on Trump, pretty much everything else could remain the same.
Yeah. And honestly, to stay on in Tesla, he might have to like throw him under the bus.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see. It's been a tenuous bromance at best.
I can't wait when he's like, I don't know, on stage for Chuck Schumer bouncing and going USA, USA. I can't wait. That's going to be so great.
Yeah.
I don't know if a stage can hold all the charisma of Chuck Schumer and Elon Musk.
Well, it'll drive the ladies wild, that's for sure.
God, just knocking panties off left and right.
The most erotic thing that's ever happened.
Chuck Schumer will start talking about the Baileys. It's going to be so awesome. Oh, God. Are you familiar with his fictional people that he has in his head, the Baileys?
No.
This is a thing. Like, I'm not explaining this. Google the Baileys and Chuck Schumer sometime. Like, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. It's basically like, yeah, he has a couple in his head, the Baileys, and they're like just these milquetoast centrist types. They're affluent, and yeah, he has to talk to the Baileys. Yeah, it's a bit. It's like trying to explain Squirrel Girl to somebody, I think.
Is it like he doesn't know any regular people, so he had to like invent some regular people to imagine?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't even think they're regular people because they're like
they're like his idea of regular people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're regular people to a rich person.
Yeah.
It's like, when I become elected, I'm going to say, I'm going to have to ask Bubby.
Yeah. I'm going to have to ask Bubby. He just got out of jail.
Bubby was arrested for stealing copper.
Stealing copper from a construction site.
Yeah. Bubby's down on his luck. I'm totally. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm running for an elected office. I'm gonna have to. What would Bubby do? Ask Bubby. Who keeps fucking shocking me?
Yeah. Bubby and his common law wife.
Shock lady. Can you fly?
Shock you right back.
She kind of looks like 90s Dazzler.
Oh, yeah. Her spine's all twisted around. I think she's dead.
Oh, no. Dazzler, you should have went into law school like Mom wanted you to.
That's right.
Deep cut. My disses are canonically accurate. Oh, Ron Vera. Oh, God. Like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking. What is his name? Dickhead Navarro. What is his name? Jimmy Navarro. What?
Shit. I was just blanking. Peter?
Peter Navarro. It's just Jimmy Navarro. I'm just going to make shit up. Oh, God. Isn't there a musician with the last name Navarro or Navarra? Like Jane's Addiction?
Yeah.
Who? What's it?
Maybe that's Peter.
Peter Navarro? Navarra?
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
The dude with the guy liner that used to be married to Carmen Electra?
I don't know. I have dementia.
Dave Navarra. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Cousin Shecky. They're related. In my head canon, they're related.
And why not?
he's a right winger because they're actually the same age, but Dave Navarro looks way better. Oh God. Oh God. Wasn't he in, like, Dave Navarro? Was he in the not the Foo Fighters, in the oh shit, the give it away people? What, with the Anthony Kiedis, Red Hot Chili Peppers? Oh God, my brain. He was in that, right? For a time.
I really don't.
Or Porno
I really
for
don't know.
Pyros.
Okay.
I don't know.
That could all be true.
I don't know. I feel like it's a stream of consciousness streaming. Like this is turning into like a bit from Half in the Bag. Like
Old men can't remember anything.
He did play with him briefly. Jane's Addiction, yes. And yeah, yes, Jane she did say she is done with Sergio. Yes. I'm just gonna talk in music lyrics. He played bass, Dave Navarro played guitar, Alanis Morissette, big hit, You Ought to Know. On You Ought to Know, okay. Her diss track on Uncle Joey. Oh God, who was the Dave Coulier, the Cut It Out guy? Was that Uncle Jesse? No, was Uncle Jesse the cool one?
Uncle Jesse was John Stamos.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse was married to Mystique.
Right.
I'm not making any of this up, kids. I promise. Get the Wikipedia. Uncle Joey. No, Uncle Jesse. Joey and Jesse? Who was Dave Coulier with the Cut It Out? Is that
Uncle Slapdick?
Uncle Not Funny?
Uncle Chuckles.
Uncle Chucklefuck. It was Uncle Chucklefuck.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
as a kid, I watched Full House and I liked it.
A lot of people did.
I watched entirely too many.
It was on for a long time.
It's still going. It just had a 20-year hiatus.
Yeah.
Or actually,
Rose from the Dead.
I don't think it's still going.
But
it
did.
I
mean, it could be, and I wouldn't fucking know. But
yeah.
That's part of the weird revival thing that was going around for a while.
Yeah.
Like when Roseanne came back. And
that's still going. The Connors.
Yeah, they had to fire her from her own show.
They had to kill her in her own show.
It's pretty funny.
I'm morbidly curious. Like, I want to know how they killed her in her own show. How do you...
Yeah.
I want to know what is the term for when the thing that you created has to eject you. Like, there's got to be a term in, like, German.
There should be a term for it. There should be something like, jumping the shark.
Like,
there should be something like that for when
your creation...
When you fired from your own show.
Or, like, something like that.
Like when they took Sliders away from Tracy Torme.
Oh, okay. I forget Sliders is a thing.
Topical stuff. He wanted to do just alternate history stuff, and they wanted to do topical things.
Okay.
that were related to other pop culture. That's why they had like their shitty Jurassic Park episode.
Okay.
And then they introduced interdimensional Nazis.
They wanted to be topical.
Yeah, that show was a hot fucking mess. It's funny to hear like John Rice Davies talk about it, because he was basically like, "Oh yeah, the show started out and it was pretty smart, and there were some good ideas for scripts, and then he's like, and then their show just turned to shit, and I wanted to leave."
It was way better when Professor Gimli was in it.
Yeah, he bailed on the show because he said it got too stupid.
Okay.
And look, I have a lot of respect for the guy. He's done a lot of good work. He's been in a lot of good things. He's also been in a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the garbage he's been in. Look, man, you got bills to pay. Lord of the Rings isn't going to pay all your bills forever.
No. Because I hear it didn't make any money.
It made no money.
It didn't make any
It
money.
was a small indie production.
It was a small indie production. I mean,
showed in like 10 theaters, I think.
yeah, it didn't make any money. The people who handle the money, they said it didn't make any.
All right. I think it did okay on DVD.
Okay, yeah, because I got those.
But, yeah. That's why Elijah Wood, lives in a van
Down by the river.
down by the river. Why he had to do a remake of Maniac.
Which I have seen that, and I remember liking it.
I haven't seen it. I probably should, though.
I haven't seen the
This
original.
is the original something.
Okay,
It's a grimy movie. It's grimy.
okay,
It's got a great head exploding gag
okay.
where Tom Savini made a cast of his own head and then blew it up with a shotgun.
Okay.
It's one of those things you do when you're a special effects guy. You make a cast of your own head and you shoot it with a shotgun for a movie. Fun.
I think I heard him tell a story that he put a head in with like his wife, like just to see how she would react. Like,
yeah, he put it in their bed or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which, he's had more than one fake head
Okay.
of his own head
Yeah.
for various movies. Which, kind of a cool thing to have. Pretty situational, but
In case you ever need to, I don't know, like set it up and say, I was here. I did not commit that crime.
yeah, just in case.
What did I get? I got web grenades.
It's got Elijah Wood is in that Toxic Avenger remake.
Is that ever coming out?
It's coming out in August finally.
Okay, because
They had a lot of trouble finding a distributor for it.
isn't Peter Dinklage playing Toxie?
Peter Dinklage, yeah.
I want it to be good.
It has Lloyd Kaufman's seal of approval, but I mean, it would. Like
He will sign off on anything.
yeah. So I don't know that we can really judge too much from that.
Yes.
All respect to Uncle Lloyd, but I know
Poltergeist.
I know he's-
Poltergeist 1 through 5 did
Yeah.
get signed off on. Excuse me. So
as long as his bread gets buttered, he's in.
yes.
But yeah, they had trouble finding a distributor for it. But I guess they finally did, and it's supposed to come out in August, I think.
Okay. I hope it is at least as good as Hobo with a Shotgun.
And we can hope.
Yes.
I still like the original quite a bit.
I've been meaning to go back and watch them. I do remember thinking that the original Toxic Avenger is like by far the best one.
Yeah, I've only seen it in the second one, and the second one starts incredibly strong.
Okay.
But then it kind of starts to drag. Like, they were shooting on location in Japan, I guess, and they just shot fucking everything.
Yeah.
So they had like 4 hours of footage. So they ended up splitting it into 2 parts. So that's why, like, the third one is really just a continuation
Okay.
of part 2. It drags, but it's got its moments.
There's 4 of them, I think, and I've seen all 4 of them.
Yeah.
The 4th one gets a little low brow for even
Even for trauma.
For trauma. Like, maybe, I don't know, some ableism and fat shaming. That's, you know, comedy is not evergreen.
Sure.
So, and I seem to remember that that James Gunn is actually in it
Oh, okay.
as, like, totally not A Brief History of Time. I'm blanking on the physicist.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. Yeah. I don't know if I said, like, I watched Tromeo and Juliet recently, or rewatched it.
Oh yeah. We watched it a while ago.
I like it. It's my favorite version of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, it is an enjoyable movie. Written by James Gunn.
Yeah. Or,
He told Lloyd Kaufman that he was writing the whole thing in iambic pentameter, but then he realized that was too hard. But
yeah,
he didn't say otherwise. Yeah, he just told him it was all in iambic pentameter. Lloyd Kaufman was like, "Great."
I think it does show that, like, James Gunn has grown as a writer.
Which is good. That's what you want.
Yeah, that he's grown, and there's some homophobia in it, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like it's at least somewhat done in a smart way. Like, at least with, like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like it was trying to. I think it is one of the smartest trauma movies, which that bar is really fucking low.
Yeah, admittedly.
Yeah. And it is also, it's pretty skeezy.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think it's the skeeziest Tromaville movie.
Yeah, it is very skeezy.
Because it kind of
What
goes,
I like about it.
like, it goes Skinamax.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's... But again, like, my favorite Romeo and Juliet.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I watched it on Shudder, like, maybe a month ago or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I wanted to try,
Probably where we watched it.
okay, yeah, I was
Shudder.
trying to get Jess to watch it, but she just didn't.
Nothing doing.
Yeah.
Send more cops.
Send more cops, indeed. Oh, God. Is trauma still a thing?
Yep.
They're still doing it?
They're still kicking. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure what all they're releasing, but they're still kicking.
I do have Poultrygeist in my 2B queue. I don't know when I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. I gotta be in the mood for Troma.
Yeah. I think Troma still has their own streaming service.
Really?
Yeah.
I was unaware of that.
That's like the main thing that Lloyd Kaufman does when he goes to conventions. Is hawk his streaming service.
Tromaville
Troma
Plus.
Now, whatever it is.
I'm just picturing Lloyd Kaufman talking about like, and now Tromaville Plus.
I think it is something like Troma Now or something like that.
Okay, all right. Troma
Yeah, I think
Flicks.
that's the main interest of the convention circuit is.
Okay.
So at least when I saw him, he mentioned it probably a dozen times.
Have you met Uncle Lloyd?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, at a convention once.
Okay.
I mean, not a big deal, but he's a really chatty, personable guy.
Okay.
But I mean, he's definitely there for business.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in his own particular kind of way.
Okay. Isn't he like 90?
He's up there. I don't know for sure, but he's still a spry dude.
Okay. Well, good for him.
He's got most of his brain cells.
That's good.
He's still got the gift of gab.
I'm
Should make him
picturing
president.
I'm picturing like just a conveyor belt, and you stand on the conveyor belt, and he just keeps talking.
Yeah, just continuously. As people just kind of scroll by.
Yeah. Like their names in the credits of a movie. Are you over there puking? Here, let me bubble you.
You can.
I have not gone to any conventions. Uh-oh, sounds like somebody's been to more than one.
Yeah, I've been to a couple. I've been to the Lexington Comic Convention.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of times. I've been to Scarefest a couple of times. Just stuff here in town.
Okay.
I did go to an anime convention once.
Oh no.
In Columbus.
Cat girls in Columbus.
Yeah, I mean, really all those conventions kind of blend together because conventions are pretty much all the same now.
Okay.
Because, yeah, like an anime convention, yeah, it's focused on that, but you still get 90 people dressed as Deadpool.
Okay. All right. Well,
an anime convention. Right.
Okay.
So there's way more overlap. It's a far cry from the days of the Star Trek convention. But, yeah, a lot of times, like, especially the ones here in town, like, they're just so crowded. I don't like crowds.
I'm not a big fan. Did you enjoy your time there?
For the most part, but I do find it's best to go to a convention on like a Friday or a Sunday and just not fuck around with Saturday, because Saturday is the day that everybody's there.
Okay.
And, if you really, really want to meet Michael Berryman or
okay.
the cast of The Greasy Strangler, which we did once.
I've seen The Greasies. Yeah, I've seen that movie.
I love that movie. I really do.
Is the old dude still kicking?
He's still kicking. Yeah. We saw him in a convention. It's one of those, like, no one else is there because, like, 10 people have seen the Greasy Strangler.
And
me
we're
and Shannon
two
were like,
of
oh, the
them.
guys from the Greasy Strangler are here. Let's go talk to them.
You're it's the bullshit artist, right? That's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, God.
But, you know, yeah, if you want to actually meet somebody, like, I feel like not Saturday is the day to do it.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk to Bruce Campbell, in which case you're waiting like 5 hours in line any day.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't, you know. Yeah, when we'd go to stuff like that, it'd be like we would meet like whoever we could.
Yeah.
Like, oh hey, they don't have a long line, or there's somebody from something really weird.
Okay.
That's how we met Billy Zane.
Oh, you... Okay.
He was actually at one of the comic conventions one year. They had a bunch of the people from Twin Peaks.
Was he in Twin Peaks?
He was. He's in season 2.
Wait, all right. I got to try to remember. What the fuck was Billy Zane? Was he in that? Or just tell me. Just tell me who where was he in season
he's
2?
that on. He's like Audrey's love interest for a while in season 2. He's kind of like a rich guy. I forget exactly what his deal is.
Okay, was he part of like a drug dealing story arc?
Not that I remember.
I can't.
I don't remember season 2 as well as season 1.
Because season 1 was better.
Season 1 was better, and a lot of batshit things happened in season 2, and it kind of overwhelms like plot details.
There was
sometimes.
Was it Billy?
Like,
Was it Billy's love interest or something like that? He goes on like a weird like finding himself adventure or something. And I'm just saying Billy as like generic boy name. I don't know if his name was Billy.
Yeah, James. When he leaves town and he has his own weird spin-off adventure that has no relation to the plot.
I fast forwarded that part of season 2.
That's a good idea. That's widely considered the worst part of Twin Peaks.
Wasn't there a scene where he was getting in and out of a helicopter?
Oh man, I don't remember.
Anyway,
that wouldn't surprise me.
Tell me more about Billy Zane.
No, but yeah, the Billy Zane. I don't remember. I think it was like Friday or something. But we were like, yeah, we'll go there and we'll meet all the Twin Peaks people we can meet. So we talked to Ray Wise.
Ooh,
like he was really nice.
Okay.
Who else was there? Because like Cheryl and Fenn and Cheryl Lee were supposed to be there, but they canceled.
Okay.
So that was kind of a disappointment.
Mm.
Because it would have been, I don't know, this would have been nice to meet Cheryl Lee. Because
I'm blanking on Cheryl Lee.
She was Laura Palmer, and then the cousin, and yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, and then Firewalk with me.
I've not
she got
seen.
She got to do some really good acting. She was a really talented actor. And David Lynch kind of made Firewalk with me, I think, partly to give her some stuff to do. And she did a really good job in that, but whatever, she wasn't there. But the point is, the reason Billy Zane was there was he was a sub for the fact that 2 of the people canceled.
Okay.
So somebody got on the bat phone, got on the Billy Zane phone.
And Billy Zane's like, I'll be there.
And said, Billy Zane, can you fly to Kentucky to do a convention? And he said yes.
You know what? Good on Billy Zane.
Oh yeah, good on him. He even sat in on the panel.
Okay.
And it was kind of funny because he's like, I was in like 3 episodes. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But he was pretty funny just because it was, yeah.
Does
He
Billy
wasn't a
Zane
main
have a
cast
music?
person.
Does he have a musical career that we can pimp right now? Like
Oh, you know,
like
I feel you should.
like that guy that we talked about like a month ago. Oh shit! From
Oh, Edward
T2,
Furlong.
Edward Furlong. Yeah.
Edward Furlong's musical career. I mean, not that I know of. But he might.
He might.
But no, it's he wore a beret and like these kind of tinted glasses.
So he
I
Billy
don't know.
Zaned it up.
He was very Billy. He was Billy Zane it up.
Okay.
And we talked to him and we got him to sign the cast picture, the Twin Peaks one that we had everybody sign. And the funny thing was, like, he took it out of the plastic and he signed it with like his marker, and then he puts it back in the plastic holder and slides it in, and it smears his signature all the way across.
So he signed the whole thing.
And he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, I smeared it." And then he was just kind of like, "Oh well," and gave it back to us. So our Twin Peaks cast picture was personally ruined by Billy Zane. Personally. By Billy Zane himself, star of Titanic. Star of The Phantom.
Oh shit! I totally forgot we watched The Phantom like 15 years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And that is, to date, the only time I've seen it.
Okay. With Treat Williams?
Yes.
Doesn't Treat Williams explode in that movie, but before he does, he's like, "This is totally amazing," or something like that?
Oh. Yeah, something like that. Now maybe I should watch that again.
You shouldn't.
That is a 90s thing.
You should watch The Shadow with
The Shadow.
with terrifying oh god, why can't I come up with names? The from the Rocky Horror Picture Show and Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Curry, who was absolutely terrifying in that movie with his face.
Yeah.
And we were like, he should have played the Joker. And I totally did not realize at the time we watched that he was the voice of the Joker in the animated Batman the Animated Series until his voice fucking went out.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's like I think for about half the episodes he was the voice of the Joker, and then they got Luke Skywalker to do it. You didn't know that?
I feel like I must have heard that at some point, but that synapse connection's not firing right now. So I'm like, oh.
I mean, I couldn't come up with a name.
I don't know if I knew that. But Tim Curry, yeah.
Yeah.
Guy always shows up and puts in the work.
Have we killed everybody here?
I feel like everybody's dead.
Well, this parking meter needed to go.
I'm gonna make my zombies beat up this truck. Oh, they're too dumb.
I got a badge.
Oh, they figured it out.
I earned the Impounder badge.
The Impounder. Is that for smashing up cars? Maybe?
It's probably for smashing up cars. Yeah, you've done your part to help keep Paragon City Street clear of traffic. Well, that's one way of putting it.
Otherwise, we're forcing people to buy new cars.
USA, USA, USA.
Look at these junky old crap cars. We're going to make them replace them with Teslas. It's going to be mandatory to buy a Tesla.
I'm going to have to buy more glue. What I have to do.
You run on glue. Where does our glue come from? Is it all made in China?
Oh, probably.
Probably all of our glue is made in China.
I'm not going to lie. We've stocked up on toilet paper.
Is our toilet paper made in China? I mean, it probably is.
Well, I'm picturing an issue. Like, I'm picturing COVID.
Yes. Yeah, no matter what happens, people will stockpile and panic buy toilet paper.
Yes. Yeah.
Whether they need to or not. Yeah, toilet paper could be made right down the street
Yep.
in a factory where you can just walk in and buy it by the pallet.
Yep.
And people would still panic buy toilet paper.
Yep.
Yeah.
And because of that, we stocked up. Nick of the Shady Rogues. Shady Rogues says, buy your toilet paper with goblin coin, and I don't know, you save 5% on your Charmin.
That's an incredible deal.
That really is.
You would be a fool to pass that up.
Can we go?
I'm going to do it right now. Yeah, I'm exiting.
I'm waiting for you to say, now fucking pay me. I'll send over the bag of goblin coin.
Give me some of those coins.
Oh, God.
Those goblin coins.
Oh, God. All right. Well, it's about that time.
It is.
It is. I'm gonna click this button and get treasure, and
Today was a great victory for capitalism, I think.
What we did there?
We generated a lot of value today.
There was
for ourselves.
Yes, there's. I hope everybody has been value tanked.
We've done a lot of value tanking.
Yes. Oh, God. Fucking. All right, I'm gonna come over here and put my feet on flat ground, and then I'm gonna click the button. I wanna thank everybody for hanging out with us and talking about little known actors and musicians that nobody can remember, including us. Thank you, chat, for helping us remember Uncle Danny and Uncle Joey from.
I just remember our Full House lore.
Cut it out. Oh God. Oh God. On that note, where's the button? All right. Later, everybody.